Well, and one man who's refined that cross-cultural humour is Sam McCool. It sounds like I should say Dr. Sam McCool. Professor Sam McCool, given where we are today. Now, Sam has, we're very lucky with this free ticket here today because he's sold out shows at the Sydney Opera House. He's performed at the Edinburgh Fringe, 60 countries around the world he's travelled and performed in, speaks 4 languages. Please welcome Sam McCool.
It's my honour to be here. And Jeremy, I've watched you on TV so many times, and I'm a big fan. What I want to say is this, that you talked about a Rosa Parks moment. I think most people know about Rosa Parks, obviously. I've had several in my lifetime, and one very recently at Bondi Beach. I was surfing at Bondi Beach, and I know some people don't expect that from a hairy brown man, but I was. And a woman came into me on a surfboard and hit me in the head. And her response was, "Mate, get out of the way, go back out west where you belong." And I didn't know it's true. And I thought I could do the only thing that a brown man can do in that situation, put on a Kiwi accent and said, "To me, this is west." So, well, let me ask you a question. How many people think Australia is a racist country? Wow, that's a lot. How many people don't think Australia is a racist country? One woman at the back. Well, where do you live? I'm going there. See, to me, racism is not a black or white issue, excuse the pun. It's not just that straightforward. It's actually a spectrum. That's my thinking. There's actually a spectrum. And the thing is this, on one side you've got Nazism. In the middle you've got tolerance and acceptance and assimilation. My definition is on the other end of the spectrum is a thing called Embracism. And basically what the philosophy that I've developed is from traveling around so much and learning other languages and everything, is that one of the ways, I'm not saying the only way, but one of the ways to combat it is to expose yourself to other experiences, right? To learn another language, to eat other people's cuisine, to travel, to, you know, read books, etc. So to actually seek out and embrace difference. That's my definition. Now, I'll give you an example of Embracism. Embracism, to me, is this. It's like a guy or a girl, whoever, who maybe is like trilingual, trisexual, who drives a German car while eating sushi on the way to yoga in their Italian designer clothes made in Bangladesh. Now, I know some of you are thinking, I don't know anyone like that, but you're looking at one right now. People are always obsessed with knowing where I'm from, so you might be able to tell from my accent, I'm not actually from around here. I'm from Perth. Perth in Scotland. Gentlemen, I'm going to be honest with you, you seem like a nice crowd, and I think I should be very, very blunt and honest with you that, I don't know if you picked it, but I'm not actually Scottish. I'm from Redfern. Grew up in Redfern, went to Redfern Primary School. What I just did there is what I've done all over the world, is go to other countries and basically see how far I can get with impersonating them and just feeling what it feels like to be someone else. You know, it's all very easy to judge others from our own perspective, but I've been around and done that in many different countries and seen what it feels like to be someone else. For example, I've been to Scotland, Edinburgh Comedy Festival, in a Scottish accent, performed, and at the end of the show, they're all like, "Brilliant show, pal, come along, let's go and have a whiskey." No qualms. If I do a show in Australia, it's all like, "Mate, good show, mate, love the accents, great, where are you from?" Australia. Nah, but like before that. Oh, so I can't be Australian then, is that what it is? Because they're always obsessed, as you said, Jeremy, with your background. What's your heritage? What's your cultural heritage? They're always like, "Hey, mate, what's your background?" I go, "This war." "No, what's your nasho, Australian?" "No, what's your descent, downhill?" "No, what? Where are your parents from? Their place?" "No, what's your ancestry, Neanderthal?" "That's a bit far back, mate, come on." Yeah. And so they keep going and going and going until they can finally put you in a box that they're comfortable with. "Where were you born?" "Darlinghurst." "Oh, you're gay then, are you?" Because they want to find the appropriate box to put you in so they can discriminate against you appropriately. That's how it works, I think. I think that's the thing, right? Now, when I went to India, right, I asked them, "Do you think I'm Indian?" They said, "Well, you know, you look like us, but you sound like Apu from The Simpsons." "You could be a Punjabi or a Parsi." I said, "What's a Parsi?" He said, "Not quite an Indian, but you'll Parsi, you know." Like when you travel, I lived in Indonesia for 5 years, in Bali, and a lot of people go there and they're worried about getting Bali belly, you know, getting the runs, get Bali belly. And they go to India and they're worried about getting Delhi belly. Nobody wants to get the runs. They're all afraid of getting the runs. But do you think Indian people come here and go, oh my God, I got the solids. I went to Australia, ate some fish and chips, and now my poo is chunking, man. What the hell? And the other side of that coin is if you go to India and complain about getting the runs, they don't think you got the runs, they just think you're bragging about the cricket. I've been to Vietnam, I've performed to Australians in Vietnam, I've been to Cabramatta, I've performed to Vietnamese in Australia. I've tried it all, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen it from every other angle. I've even, at one stage, did a hoax where I had to impersonate a Greek person for 4 days, which is longer than Alexander the Great. This concept I'm talking about of Embracism, of moving beyond your own paradigm of where you were born and your own identity, of your parents' identity and everything else, is something I've lived most of my life and I'm endeavouring to do more of. It's about actually looking past your own perspective and seeing things from other perspective, putting your shoe in the other foot and actually walking in someone else's shoe, I think is probably the best way to explain it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm Sam McCool. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you.